Hey team, Coach Thorman here, and man, I'm excited about this video today. I'm excited because we're going to give you 8 really great practical solutions that you can use so that you don't end up a retirement statistic and go from the golf course to Walmart greeter.
We have to face the facts. Retirement in America is a disaster that is only getting worse.
And there is no easy button to fix this either. So here's the situation. People are living longer, inflation is destroying our purchasing power, senior healthcare costs are skyrocketing, companies don't provide pensions anymore, almost half of retirees have nothing, zero saved for retirement, the stock market's more volatile than ever, and more seniors than ever have got more debt. They have bigger mortgage balances than ever, and they've got more credit card debt too. Last but not least, the safety net. Social Security is shredded.
But actually, we have good news for you. We have put together a list of 8 really great practical solutions that you can put to work so you don't have to. And you're going to love them. But we want to know which one is your favorite, so be sure to post in the comment section. So huddle up, team. We hope you're all doing great. And if you are new here, we are John and Tara Thorman, your financial success coaches. And we're here to help you achieve financial freedom faster so you can enjoy it longer.
Are you ready? All right, we're going to tackle this topic just as soon as you crush that like button and subscribe to our channel. By watching our videos, you're going to improve your financial fitness and achieve financial freedom faster. So thank you for subscribing. Now, let's get on to this. Thanks to modern medicine, people are living longer than ever, and that takes a lot more money to pay for your retirement. Just think about this. If you retired 65 and lived to age 95, which is completely doable, that's 30 years that you got to fund your own retirement. On top of your necessary income, you're going to have enormous healthcare expenses that are going to shock and surprise you. It's estimated that today, a healthy 65-year-old couple are going to spend over $315,000 on their medical expenses out of pocket during retirement.
I believe that.
Now look at the retirement savings balances of our pre-retirees, those people that are 55 to 65. Half of them have got nothing, zero saved for retirement. Now I understand that the median balance of people age 65 and older in retirement is sitting right around $200,000.
Right.
But that does not show you the real bleak picture of all these seniors that have got nothing and are 100% dependent on Social Security.
The National Council on Aging reported in August of 2024 that 80% of households with older adults are financially struggling today or are at risk of falling into economic insecurity as they age. And to make matters even worse, more people are retiring with a mortgage on their home, and those mortgage balances are getting bigger and bigger.
That's right. And a USA Today article from July 2024 stated the share of Americans ages 75 and over who are carrying mortgage debt has risen steadily for decades. It went from 5% in 1995 to a high of 25% in 2022. They continued in the article, the amount those homeowners owe has risen from a median $14,000 to over $102,000. Finally, America's financial safety net, Social Security, has been shredded. The trustees report this year showed that by 2033, there will not be enough money to continue making all of the promises, all of those payments to our seniors. It's estimated that they will only have about 79% available. So imagine being a senior citizen and getting a 20% pay cut.
Wow.
So when we say there's a retirement crisis, we're not kidding. Look at these statistics. This experiment with 401k plans that's now over 40 years old is not working. Okay, people are retiring broke. And we haven't even talked about the potential for dramatically higher income tax rates in the future either. And everybody is expecting that.
Right.
So what's the answer? I mean, the conventional solution to this is not good, right? You've heard this before. Save more money. You're not saving enough for retirement. Or invest more aggressively. You got to earn a higher rate of return. Or just work longer. Work until you're 80.
I know that these are all like when you're 60 and 65, a decision you're going to make at that point.
Right? And of course, my favorite is just live broke. Lower your standard of living in retirement. So, none of these are good ideas, right? I don't want any of those. Now, a 2023 Pew Research Center report found that 1 in 5, so 20% of Americans age 65, were still employed. And that's fine, but what's dramatic is that that's nearly double the rate from 35 years ago. So something has to be done, and quickly, because this retirement crisis is looming large and getting larger. So we put together a list of 8 practical things you can do to improve your retirement income plans while you still have time to do something about it.
Right.
Hey team, I want to interrupt this video just for a few seconds and invite you to a free 30-minute discovery call with me, your financial success coach. Let's take a look at your current retirement income plans and find ways that we can implement some of these 8 strategies we're about to introduce so that you can fix it. Fix your retirement income before it's too late and you retire broke and have to work at Walmart. Let's work together to achieve your financial freedom faster so you can enjoy it longer. Schedule your free discovery call right now by clicking the link in the description box below. Now, let's go back to the video.
The best retirement solution isn't found in a financial rule or some new guideline. It is found in a personalized financial coaching based on what each person wants, by John Thorman.
Oh, I know that guy. So Americans are retiring with more mortgage debt than ever, but they're also retiring with more home equity than ever, okay? So we got to be careful about how we interpret these dramatic headlines. But the issue here is neither of those, really. The issue is cash flow. It's okay if you've got debt if you have the cash flow to service it, right? Problem is, our retirees don't. So why pay off your home mortgage when your rate is locked in for up to 30 years, around 4% or less? That just doesn't make any sense if you can turn around and invest it and earn 6, 7, 8% or more. Invest the money and use the cash flow from the investment to pay the mortgage. Also, people are concerned about, why would I sell my home right now when housing prices are so high and I have a locked in low interest rate, and if I go somewhere else I'm going to have to get a much higher interest rate? See, these questions, these concerns are challenging to figure out. These are tough, complicated decisions we got to make about retirement income. So I want to encourage you right now, let's just pause, okay? Open our minds a little bit and explore some opportunities.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about, what does retirement even mean? Maybe we need to change our definition or our expectation a little bit. Since Social Security is only meant to be a supplement to your retirement income, right? It's up to you. The responsibility is up to each of us to accumulate our own assets and our own streams of income. We want to have 70 or 80% or more of the income we need coming from our own assets. And the assets then have to be converted efficiently and securely into predictable, consistent cash flow, like a pension. And let's look at this. If we had $1 million and it only earns 4% interest, that's just going to pay you $40,000 a year. That's not efficient conversion of your nest egg to cash flow. Because what if you could turn around and instead earn 10%? $1 million earning 10% is $100,000 a year in income. That's way more efficient, effective, and which one would you rather have in retirement? That's a huge difference, right? So that's why how you convert your assets into cash flow is so important.
Exactly.
Now, instead of a hard stop at age 60 or 65, where you can retire and never, engage in active work to generate income again, maybe we need a phased out approach. Maybe something where we gradually, we go from full-time to mostly full-time to part-time to spare time kind of a situation, right? And we reduce the amount of active income we're depending on over 5 or 10 or 15 years. Now, I understand that for all of you that are involved in physical labor or jobs that require mental sharpness and speed, that may not be possible as you age. I mean, our bodies wear down, right? So, but there's something we can do. Like, we just got to be a little bit creative and think outside the box. Maybe it's time that you transition from all the skill and knowledge that you have into a role where you can be a mentor, a trainer, a teacher, an inspector, something like that, and take the value that you have and just find a different way to apply it so you can make money from it.
Right.
Okay, here's what you've been waiting for. This is the list, our 8 really great practical solutions that you can put to work so you don't have to. These 8 strategies will help you convert your nest egg and net worth into cash flow.
So number 1, harvest your home equity and put it to work. Many retirees have the majority of their net worth tied up in their home, and that is really just dead equity since it doesn't produce any income. And explore all your options here, how to convert your home equity into cash flow.
So we got a few ideas here, and we can dig into them some more. But obviously, one is downsize.
Right.
If you live in the Northeast and your house is worth $1 million or more, you could sell it and buy a house in the Southeast for half the money, and then free up that $500,000. Of course, another option is move internationally. You could go to a country that the cost of living is dramatically less here than in the United States. I'm talking about Costa Rica, maybe Ecuador, Mexico, and Europe too, like Portugal, Spain, Greece. Those countries offer dramatically less expensive way to live.
That's true.
The next one is you could just stay put, but leverage the equity in your home by getting a cash out refinance or a home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Of course, that option is really only going to work if you can afford to make the payments.
Right.
But if you can't afford to make the payments or you don't want to make the payments, then that's where a reverse mortgage comes into play. It's just a mortgage, but it's designed for seniors to be able to tap about half of the equity in their home and use it to supplement their retirement income. They never have to make a mortgage payment, and they'll never lose their house unless they don't pay their taxes. Right? But that will happen to anybody that doesn't pay their taxes.
Right.
So pay your taxes, pay your homeowner's insurance, and you can get a reverse mortgage and live in it for the rest of your life.
Number 2 is move into a multi-family rental property and live in one unit and rent out the other units.
I really love this idea because it's different and it's new. The rules changed. So in November 18th of 2023, so just a year ago, Fannie Mae changed the rules. So now you can buy up to a fourplex with only 5% down. You don't need to put 20% down on one of those anymore, as long as you live in one of the units. So imagine you buy or you build a new fourplex, you move into one of the units, you rent the other 3 out, and that pays for the mortgage and maybe a little bit of extra cash flow. So that could totally resolve a whole bunch of your retirement income challenges right there.
Number 3 is deferred income annuities. It takes 40 to 50% less money or assets to produce the same lifetime income as the 4% rule using a balanced portfolio of stocks or bonds.
This is dramatic, and most people have no understanding or appreciation of this. If you have assets and a nest egg and you need to convert it, remember, to cash flow efficiently and effectively and securely, one of your best options is to go with a deferred income annuity. The stats say, depending on your age and what the current interest rates are, it would only take 40 to 50% of the capital. So if you have $1 million, you get $40,000 a year. Well, you could do that with about a $400,000 deferred income annuity. So then that leaves you $600,000 left to keep investing, to grow and to replenish it and to keep ahead of inflation and to still leave money for your kids. Super powerful, and don't miss out on that option. Number 4, this is a really great strategy too, is trading options. Again, most people don't know anything about this, and Wall Street tells you, oh, that's way too risky, you shouldn't do it. Wrong. Look at selling covered calls, okay? That's probably the safest option strategy there is, but it allows you to take your asset, okay, your stocks or your index funds, and collect insurance premium by selling the option. And so instead of making 2 to 4% a year on your savings account, you can make 2 to 4% per month taking your assets and selling options. Super powerful, and you don't have to do all or nothing. You can look at using a portion of your nest egg for this strategy to supplement your income. Number 5, and it's kind of similar, consider including a portion of your nest egg into actively managed ETFs that are designed to leverage the upside of a market. Okay, they're leveraged, so they're using debt to leverage it. You can make 2 to 3 times what the stock market gains. And then there's also actively managed ETFs that will let you benefit from the downside of the market. Those are called inverse funds or inverse ETFs. But so using those 2 strategies, you can make money no matter which way the market's going.
And number 6 is cryptocurrency. Outsized returns are possible over the next 20 years. Can you wait and handle the volatility?
Great question. And Bitcoin is the highest returning asset over the last 1, 3, 5, and 10 years. I mean, it's always either number 1 performer or the worst performer. It's one or the other, but it's mostly number 1. And so it's an option if you can stomach it, the volatility that is, to put some money there and leave it for 20 years and come back. You'll be amazed at what happens, I think. Number 7, the side hustle or the second career, right? Take what you know and love and what you're skilled at and find a way to repurpose it to deliver value to other people so that you can turn that into cash flow. And lastly, number 8, consider deferring your receipt of Social Security until you're 70. Every year you defer, you increase your monthly payment. And so if you're healthy and anticipating a long life in retirement, it could be to your advantage to defer until age 70 and get the biggest monthly Social Security check you can get, and just use some of your other income streams beforehand to bridge the gap or continue working until age 70. It's up to you, but you got options, you got flexibility. Okay? Man, I sure hope you appreciated these 8 practical ways that you can maximize your retirement income and change the game, because you don't want to be a statistic and end up broke in retirement and finding yourself in a crisis situation. Be sure and like this video and share it with other people that could benefit from these ideas as well. See you on the next video.